friends, now we're going to work on the special pocket for our tall tag that we made in the last episode. So again, we're going to use this page. So this is page 2 from Diary of an Edwardian Lady, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And we're going to use this bird here. So I'm just going to cut around his little self. And there's a couple of pieces that are going to require the use of an X-Acto knife. So here in this triangle between his legs, and this, I guess you'd call it a parallelogram almost, on this branch. And that's it. Sometimes it's hard to get in the little beak, so I'll just give his little beak a little trim. Okay, I am going to fussy cut around the bird, and I leave like a 1/16 of an inch, maybe even a 32nd of an inch, just 2 hair widths around his body, and I'll ink that edge up just to give it some definition. I don't worry, he's got these little feathers here. I'm going to just chop those right off. That's not going to add or distract anything. Detract, I mean. This little twig I'm going to cut off. I don't need that. Usually I use smaller scissors to do fussy cutting, but I don't have any here at my desk. I usually do all my fussy cutting in bed. I do. Or while I'm watching TV at night in the family room. This V shape, this gray V shape, that's coming off. So I have scissors all over the house, but not where I need them today. That's okay. This one isn't too difficult. Except I'm choking to death. And then along the bottom, see there's 2 bits here. I'm gonna cut off this second piece because it's not really there. Like, it was cut off a bit in the original trimming of the tall tag. Whoops. Almost there. If I can hang on to it. All right, good enough. So the next thing you need is a piece of paper. So this is coffee dyed. It's a little slightly heavier. No, it's actually tea dyed. It's slightly heavier than regular coffee paper. So this might be, I'm not sure, letter paper. So I'm going to cut two pieces that are 8.5 by 3. I need you. One. Two. And then I'm going to use some tea dyed paper that's not quite as heavy as that. I'll use some. This came out of a notebook. So I want 2 strips that are this got a tear in it, so I want to make sure that I don't get that. Yeah, that'll be fine. 2 3/4. So slightly narrower than the 3-inch cut. So this has some faint lines on it. I'm not sure if you can see that for writing on. I'm just going to run a quick little stitch line across the top. Done. Okay. And trim it down to 8.5 inches. I could have stapled that. Did I say 8.5 inches? I meant 8 1/4 inches. Looks like I got a couple of pieces out of square. I went a little too fast, I guess. So nothing that a knife can't fix, that's for sure. Okay. So we have, these are the covers. That's the inside. Now, to decorate the top, you want to use one of the index pages. So, There's several of these in the book. It doesn't matter which one you use. And I'm going to use this. So this is my tearing ruler that I made myself using a pair of needle nose pliers and a plastic ruler. Okay, the next one I want is 2 3/4. And then I want about 8 inches. And do you see how I've done that? I've just lined it up on my grid here. So here it is at the 2-inch mark. Put my ruler along the 10-inch mark. Perfect. I did tear that a little bit, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to ink this up, just the front side. Inking that just to kind of highlight that tear. Okay, I'm going to do some stitching. Don't want to bore you with that, so I'll stop the camera for the time being. We're back. Okay. So I've just done some messy stitching along the edge. Good enough for me. And I will glue this to the front of one of the heavier pieces, the cover. Whoop. Okay. Ink up my little guy here. Keep finding glitter everywhere. And turned that over onto the file folder so that I could take half of that glue off so that it didn't come all over making a big mess. So I've put this so that the sticks are right against right against the edge. All right. Now we can glue this together. All right. The last thing I want to do is I'm going to score a little line here so that the booklet will fold up easily. I'm sure it's not pleasant listening to me choke to death here. So, oh, let's say 3/4 of an inch. There. So that'll make it easy to flip up. To jot down some notes. All right, so where's our tag? Okay. Let me just give you an example here. We'll pretend this is a page. So you would glue your little notepad to the side, or to the inside or to the center, it doesn't matter. Just using a little bit of glue around the edge. Or if you wanted to, you could stitch the back cover to the page before you glue it together. You know what I mean? Like take the back cover, stitch on 3 sides to make a pocket, and then glue on the pages, then glue on the top cover. I would never think that far ahead, so let's just pretend that it's adhered on those 3 sides, and then you just slide your tag down in there. Isn't that cute? So that's another way of using your Edith Holden pages. So far we've made a tall tag in a notebook, and we've made a little library pocket and a tag. So let's move on to the next project, and so please come back and craft along with me again.